until we're going to be going live on YouTube. I will just wait. It's setting up meeting for YouTube Live. Until we're going to be going live on YouTube. Okay, so I'm going to turn the volume down on that one. Okay, so that we are fine. Okay, so what I wanted to do is go through some of my interpretations of the tarot decks. Okay, and this is another video connected to the Cosmic Deck by Norbert Loesch. I'm Ali from psychicali.net. You can also contact me on psychicali121@gmail.com or psychicali121 on Facebook. Okay, so I do workshops, like day workshops. I do one-to-one teachings. You can find all the details out on, Facebook or on my website. Okay, so I'd love your feedback on what you're feeling. Okay, any questions that you've got. Maybe if you've got a deck of cards and you would like me to do a review on those, I can see if I resonate with them. I'm not going to be resonating on all the decks. There'll be some decks that I can't see much with. Some are better than others, same as with everybody. That's why there's lots of different illustrators and lots of different tarot decks around and about. So, okay, so wands. We're going to be doing the wands today. Okay. So a normal deck of tarot cards is 78 cards, split into two main sections, which is the minor arcana, which is 56 cards, and major arcana, which is 22 cards. The minor arcana are then split into four main sections, very similar to playing cards. You have the cups, which is linked with water. Sometimes they are chalices or bowls. That's linked with the element of water. If you're looking at it in playing cards terms, then that would be the hearts. Then you've got the pentacles. Pentacles is linked with money. It's linked with the element of earth. And with playing cards, it's linked with diamonds. Then you've got the wands. Wands is linked with fire element, and it's to do with fire desire, things that you desire, things that you want, things that you're passionate about. Okay, and that would be linked with clubs. And then you have the swords, and the swords usually stays the swords. The wands, sorry, can sometimes be batons. Okay, they can sometimes be that, but yeah, so swords usually remain swords. Excuse me. Sorry. Swords. So swords are double-edged. Okay, so that's linked with air, thoughts, ideas, inspiration, that sort of thing. Okay, and that would be spades. Okay, so that's your four main sections. So we're going to go back to the wands. Okay, so the wands you will have in all of the four sections of the minor arcana. You will have ace to 10, similar again to the playing cards. You would then, instead of having Jack, Queen, King, you have the prince, the princess, the prince, Queen, King, or the page, knight, Queen, King. I'll explain later about the connections with, so we've got the fire here, the fire element, and we've got wands, and that would be linked to the fire signs. Okay, so that would be Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. Okay, and I will explain more about the personalities at the end of this video. Okay, just for now, let's look at the let's look at this one. Let's look at the meanings of the Cosmic Deck, okay, by Norbert Loesch. Okay, So this deck, I will say every time that I highly recommend this deck, because all of they're very easy to learn, because they're the images are, you know, they tell a story, and that's what you're looking for with tarot, is something that's telling that story, so that you can remember the story and say, you know, maybe the Four of Wands, you know what stage of that story is being told at the Four of Wands and the Five of Wands and the Six of Wands. Okay, so that's why having a deck of cards that only has 1 wand, 2 wands, 3 wands, 4 wands with no other pictures on them, if you're serious about learning the tarot, you're needing to get a deck, a proper deck of cards which has a picture, illustration, and a storyline, okay, to each one. Okay, so moving forward, so you've got the Ace of Wands. Now the Ace of Wands is linked to, let's get a good focus on it. Okay, so the Ace of Wands is all to do with the same as all with aces. All the aces are very, very easy to learn because they are the beginning of, and they're the beginning of this suit. So the beginning of this suit will be the beginning of that. It's like a matchstick. I see this as a matchstick igniting a desire, or igniting something that you want very much. Oh, that helps my throat. Hot tea. Yeah, so this would be that ping moment, that kind of that moment of the desire within you to say, I want this, or, you know, I'm going to start to do that. And that could be a hobby, that could be, you know, putting your name down on a dating site, that could be applying for, I don't know, to start the process of a charity, jumping out of an aeroplane. It's something that you have a desire to do. That's something that I'm going to say about the Wands and the Swords, and how different they are to the Pentacles and the Cups. Now the Pentacles and the Cups, they're all linked to your emotions and finances. Now the Wands, unless they are connected to the desire, i.e. something to do with earthly stuff or something to do with emotional stuff, it doesn't mean anything. So they can't really be used on their own. You need something with them. So that's why they blend very well with the Pentacles and the Cups. But on their own, a desire in what? A desire to do what? You know, an ambition to do what exactly? Okay, so so this is why the Ace of Wands is that first moment of, I know I'm going to. Okay, it's putting that energy out there. You then have the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands, you can see he's kind of standing there, very proud of himself, and he's basically saying, I'm prepared and I'm ready. I'm ready for this new challenge. I'm ready for this new ambition. I'm ready to get on with something. Okay. And it's like, you know, very, very prepared. So this can be anything from, if you think about, okay, I want to do this, it's like you would put your name down. The one is the, I'm going to do it. The two is the, I know I'm going to put my name down, or I'm going to apply to, I'm going to fill out that form or that registration document, or I'm going to find out where I stand if I wanted to do this, or just what I mean. So it's the preparation time linking to that first ambition energy. It's like, you know, because we have loads of these during the day. Oh, I've always wanted to do that. I've always wanted to do this, but we don't really take it any further. But the two is saying that you're going to take it to that next level. The three, the celebration, where you feel very proud of yourself that you have set yourself onto the start of this new challenge, of this new idea, not an idea, because we've got to stick to ideas being swords, and it is very difficult to keep to that, but this is all about your fire desire. So I feel very proud of myself, very passionate about what I have achieved. Let's try and get a good focus on this. very difficult sometimes with these webcams. Okay, so yeah, you can see that. So you've got the 3 lotus flowers there. You've got her kind of very personal feeling of happiness and of achievement, you know. So it's a personal feeling of, I know how hard I've worked, or I know how difficult it has been for me to even get to this stage, the very start of my journey linking to this ambition. So the personal feeling of initial success. Okay, again, excuse my cards. I painted around the edges. This was white. So I painted around the edges of my cosmic deck because they were looking very shabby. They're about 20 years old. So, or however long cosmic deck's been out. So we've got a couple of blobs there. So sorry. They're definitely used. Okay, so this is all to do with going ahead with, focusing, you know, pushing forward. It's like, well, I've already done well, but I want to do better. I want to go to that next stage. I'm ready to take this further. So you can see there's a lot of focus on the future, on where, you know, you're going. So it's going up a level. Okay, then you've got the 5. Okay, so the 5 of Wands is that first battle. It's that battle that says, do I want this enough? Because this is a problem that's just arrived, or this is something that I need to focus on, or, you know, get to the bottom on, or maybe I need to, you know, apply differently or do something else in order to. So it's the universe saying, how much do you actually want this project or this challenge? How much do you want it? And a lot of people get to this stage and give up, and they go back to the beginning saying, do you know what, Ace of Wands, I'm bored, I'm restless, I want a challenge. And then it's like, oh, I'm going to do this. So it's like some people only go from Ace to 5 back to 1, Ace to 5 back to Ace. So that's kind of what happens a lot. So yeah, it's that first battle that you have. Okay. And there's the second victory, which is linked with public acclaim, where publicly everybody has seen how far you've come, that you pushed on through that kind of fear moment where, you know, that exasperated moment where you didn't think you could go through with whatever you have decided. Okay, so this is saying, to do it, I've done it. Look at me, I'm very proud. Public acclaim, triumph, celebrations. Can also be my party card. It's like somebody having a party, somebody celebrating, you know, their birthday or celebration. Okay, so also the 7 is, do you know what, I'm ready for whatever you bring at me, whatever obstacles come up now. I know, because I've got over that first tricky obstacle, that I am more than ready to achieve exactly what I want. So yeah, bring on your worst. I'm ready. And then the 8 is saying, there's a clear road ahead of me. You know, it's this is brilliant. I mean, this can be literally a travel card, because you can see he's traveling. So this could be travel. This could be just moving ahead and saying, you know, you think that there might be an issue or a problem, but there's not. All you need to do is stay focused and go forward. So it's like going ahead with this one. Okay, the 9 of Wands. 9 of Wands is about the block. It's about kind of that last minute obstacle. So you've had a little obstacle in the beginning and you got past it. Well, this one at number 9 is just, it's like you're not sure if you are going to be able to get past this one, because this is massive, something that you forgot, something that you didn't realize that you know, was possible. Okay, so there is this kind of you know, it's like a fed up feeling of, do I give up at this stage? I'm nearly there, I'm really nearly there. Do I give up, or do I push on past these barriers? Do I believe that I can do it? So with anything that we want to do with ambitions, we know that there's going to be challenges. We know that there's going to be times where it's going to be hard for us. It's not an easy situation. So this is why this comes up in our learning of how to get through everything. So then it's like sometimes we then do achieve what it is that we wanted to achieve, but it might be that it was all too much. It might be that you've actually got that thing that you wanted, but now that you have it, maybe you've taken on too much. Maybe there's a kind of a feeling of, you know, I'm tired, you know, what have I done? Why did I want this, you know? So sometimes it's about the work, you know, the walls closing in and feeling as if everything's got too much for you. And this is the stage that you then go back to the Ace of Wands, which is, I'm going to choose something else that I want. Or maybe I want something different. I didn't want this, I want something different. You know, sometimes it's like, well, maybe I've got to adapt what it is that I have achieved, and I need to adapt it to what I am capable of and not what everyone else is doing. Okay, maybe you wanted something because everyone else wanted it, but when it's in your hands, it's like, actually, I'm going to do it my way. I'm going to do it this way, rather than worry about how other people perceive me. Okay, and so there's the Ace to the 10, and the story of that. Now I'm going to go into the personality cards. Now the personality cards, as you know, I said earlier, then you have the court cards. Okay, so, and here's the court cards. Okay, they're all different personalities linking with fire signs. Okay, so fire signs. So you have to then work out with any other deck apart from the cosmic, you have to work out which ones are your Sagittarius, which one's your Leo, and which one's your Aries. Now these are all done for you, which is why I like the cosmic deck. Okay, it's already done for you, so much easier than trying to work it out. Okay, now obviously you have 4 cards. Okay, you have 4 court cards, which means you've only got 3 fire signs. Okay, because it's wands, which is fire. So you've got the spare one. Now this one is always going to be the immature or the young energy linking with fire. I desire. This is clearly, I want it now, and I'm not prepared to wait for it. I'm feeling spoiled and selfish. This is what I want. Okay, so you can see by her face, she's very, very determined, and she knows what she wants. She's very kind of, you know, so sometimes it's like we get this kind of thing, we all do, no matter what our age is. Well, I deserve it and I want it, and this is not fair. And so we've all been like that. So like I said, when you're doing a tarot reading and this comes up, don't automatically think this is a young person. It's somebody with an attitude that is young, or an attitude that is, you know, feeling fed up because, okay. Also, don't stick to the gender. Does that make sense? That's on your card. This is someone who is feeling spoiled and selfish, and that could be you. That could be somebody close to you. Okay, so now we don't have to worry about that, because all the princesses, all the pages will always be no birth sign to it, and there will always be the young energy. Now we're going to go back to Aries. And we're going to go back to Sagittarius, and we're going to go to Leo. Now you can clearly see which one's the Leo, just because you've got the lion. Okay, so a lot of your cards will have the lion there. Okay, so that is sheer determination. You know, they can be very, they can be showy sort of people, because they are used to being the pride of the jungle. They are leaders. Just, I mean, they want attention. They can get bored easily though. Okay, so if you feel as if you know, you've not got their attention, then you're kind of probably boring them, and they want to get on to something else that's vibrant or happy or exciting. Just what I mean. So they're used to kind of, you know, looking at this. Now, some people might not be a typical Leo. Even if you're a Leo, you might not be a typical, because you have to look up your sun, moon and rising. So we've all got this sun, moon and rising. So if you don't know yours, then go to your search engine and type in sun, moon, what is my sun, moon and rising? And it will then, and then you put your location of your birth, the time of your birth, and the location, time and date, okay, in, and it will give you your sun, moon and rising. Mine is Pisces. I'm a Pisces, but I'm also a Sagittarius and I am a Libra. And Greg Prescott, my lovely man, is triple Libra. Okay, so yeah, have a look and see what yours is, because then you blend the three together. Okay, so it means that some of this might be relevant to you, but your other sun, moon and rising might determine a little bit more about your personality particularly. So yeah, Leos, they get bored easily, they want things. It's like, you know, they are ready. They're ready for adventure. Okay, they're ready for something outside of what they've got. Okay, so Leos. Okay, then you have the Sagittarius energy, and she's already also been designated a Sagittarian, because you can see the archer at the top there. At the top of that castle, there's the archer. Okay, now a typical Sagittarius. Now Sagittarians, they are very controlled. Okay, so they can be very controlling of themselves, very controlling of others, because they have already sorted out all of the crap that might hold people back or hold themselves back. They've sorted it all out, and they're very one-minded and very kind of, you know, their arrow goes into the target, and they can be very blinkered, and they can't see that anyone else would know more than they do, because they've already done their research and they are very blinkered and ready to go forward. So a Sagittarian can be very helpful to you if you're prepared to do it their way. Does that make sense? They're very helpful. But you know, this person, I feel, you know, is a born kind of, you know, leader. Does that make sense? Very similar to the Aries, but the Aries character is a little bit less, you know, they won't come out and say too much. They'll hold back and be a little bit more mysterious with their wisdom, and they will then come at so if you've kind of tried to do something, and you're saying, what are you smirking at? It's like, well, if you'd have asked me, you should have done it that way and not this way. And it's like, well, you didn't tell me. Well, no, you didn't ask me. Just what I mean. So they can be quite wise and self-assured, and they literally are achievers. They're overachievers. Okay, the Aries characters, they are sheerly so determined to push past any boundary that might be in their way. Hence, it's similar to the ram energy. You know, they will ram into something to get it push past it, to get what it is that they want. Now, the Aries is the hook. Okay, so you can see at the top of that pole there is a hook. So that is the symbol just there. Okay, which is the hook. Okay, so that's the Aries. Okay, so there's your birth signs there for Cosmic Deck by Norbert Loesch. Okay, if you wanted a reading, please go to psychically.net, or if you wanted to ask me any questions about this, please contact me on psychically1to1@gmail.com or psychically1to1 on Facebook, or contact me via the website psychically.net. Okay, take care and thanks for listening. Bye.